Making Mitch, can you please stop talking about Neo? Because I'm trying to short the company.
Shut your mouth, boy! You should have known this was coming! Oh, hi guys. Welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. The shorts should have known this was coming. They held on for too long. And now the tailwinds are going to push us into the direction of Benjamin Franklin. Chinese drivers are demanding smart cars, and that's what they're getting. Not stupid cars. We're not talking about the Model 3. We're talking about smart cars. Something called Neo, if you haven't heard of it. It was just showcased on the Joe Rogan show, where he was taken away by the superior technology and beauty of the Lion, the ET9. Chinese EV makers are packing their vehicles with high-tech extras in an attempt to woo customers. You guys didn't think I would do a video on a Monday morning? Think again. Auto Access and experts say Chinese customers want their cars to be more intelligent. Not like the shorts. No. Intelligent. The likes of BYD and Xiaomi are doubling down, along with Neo, on autonomous driving and smart features in response. The people cried out in the wilderness, and Emperor Li responded, "I hear you, my children. Here I come." China's legion of EV companies are facing an increasingly brutal fight for customers, and many are packing their vehicles with high-tech features to woo drivers who increasingly want intelligent vehicles. Now, pay attention to this. The competition is causing this. So in America, until they allow Neo and the likes to come in, we will have to keep the Model 3 and throw up in our own mouth when we see it drive by. The Chinese customers' expectation for an EV is very different compared to the rest of the world, said Nissan CEO Makoto Uchida. Let me say that again. The Chinese customers' expectation for an EV is very different compared to the rest of the world, said Nissan CEO Makoto Uchida, speaking at the Financial Times Future of the Car Summit this month. He said, Chinese customers expect EVs to be intelligent, fitted with features like autonomous driving, smartphone integration. Who was the first to do smartphone integration? Who was the first to do that? And we were not even a phone company at the time. Now we are a lifestyle company that did partnership that is also into the home appliance business. Did you guys forget that? I did not. Money Making Mitch might be old, but he does not forget. And plenty of screens. And that Nissan has been focused to adjust its approach and build vehicles in China for China to compete against local car makers. Now you see how important it is for competition. Standing out in a crowded field, after languishing in the shadows of Western, Japanese, and Korean automakers for years, those local car makers are now booming. You see, it was the Western and the Japanese car makers that were selling all their vehicles in China. Not anymore. Thanks in part to the massive growth in demand for electric vehicles. And this is why I said to you guys in the beginning of this year, I don't know if you all remember, when the fake news media here in America was saying, oh, the Chinese economy is slowing down. And I said, Xi Jinping in his State of the Union address said that they are going to basically incentivize the technology industry, the green energy industry, and more so the EV industry to help boost the economy. So, in doing so, what do you think will happen with our pocketbooks? It's going to get very heavy. You see, birthdays were the worst days. We're going to sip champagne when we get Thursdays. EVs are expected to account for about 45% of all car sales in China this year. JP Morgan said about 23 to 30. The IEA, International Energy Agency, is saying 45%. And local automakers now make up more than half of total car sales. Local automakers make up more than half of total car sales in the country per Bloomberg data. So do you think you should invest in Tesla and lose your money? No, invest in China. No one wants the dog poop, rat poop, cat poop, and bat poop guano anymore. Wake up, my people. That boom has sparked a wave of competition and a brutal price war. With Tesla out of desperation that started it, they knew no one wants their dog poop, so they said, I'll give it to you. And people said, no, we don't want it. Take it to America where there's in the Stone Age. With around 123 car companies battling for EV dominance last year. To stand out in a crowded field, many Chinese automakers are adding increasingly high-tech and unusual features from cars that can shake themselves free of snow. Who is doing that? Only NIO. We will shake the snow off of us. To vehicles that transform into living rooms again. NIO. Paul Lee, CEO of China headquartered EV tech firm U-Power, told Business Insider this was all part of a strategy to attract tech-savvy Chinese consumers who have radically different expectations to US buyers. They have radically different expectation to US buyers, because you see, here in America the expectations are not very high. This is what we have. This is what we have to suffer with. So this is what we expect. The Chinese educated population, young population, are saying we want better. Step up to the game, son. And NIO listened. In China, the EV customer right now is totally different than any customers in the whole world, he said. Lee said that Chinese consumers expect a high level of intelligence from EVs and are willing to pay extra for features such as autonomous driving. NIO, baby. We call it Navigate on Pilot Plus for those who don't know and looking at my channel for the first time, where we don't scrape up brushes on the side of the street like NIO. Smartphone integration. NIO, the first to do it when they say it was cash burn. Fools, I said to them at that time, shut your mouth. Driving, smartphone integration, and even onboard drones. Woo-hoo-hoo. The innovation in the Chinese EV market is not only coming from competition, it is coming from innovation-driven customers. Innovation-driven customers. A sophisticated market makes sophisticated products, Lee said. I very much doubt whether the same level of intelligence is needed for the global market, he added. Sadly, I have to admit. This demand for high-tech features has seen the gap between China's EVs makers and its tech firms narrow as both try to capture a segment of China's booming electric car market. Because as we all know, this is not a car market. This is a technology market. We're building, I've said it before, computers, not cars. NIO, a Chinese EV startup competitor known for its network of battery swapping stations, unveiled its own smartphone last September that allow owners to park their cars remotely. Yo, bro, go and park. And he will listen, like Kit. For those who don't know who Kit is, the younger generation, Knight Rider, look it up. Smartphone makers Huawei and Xiaomi, meanwhile, are both getting into the EV business with a latest SU7 model coming with 5 screens, smartphone and smart home integration. We are also into the smart home integration. Remember I told you guys we invested heavily into and teamed up, partnered up with the home appliance manufacturers who are going to get huge subsidies from the government. Next earnings report, you will see that also factor in, and it's going to be under the other segment. And Xiaomi's own autonomous driving system. Unlike in the US, where the technology is still limited and mired in controversy because here we have a system where The lobbyists, the oil manufacturers are still dominating. This is why genocidal geriatric Josephine is blocking superior EVs from coming here at an affordable price, because the oil industry gave him a lot of money when he was campaigning. And because of this politics tit for tat back and forth, they are preventing us, the consumer, from getting an affordable, technologically superior spaceship. So it's mired in controversy. Autonomous driving systems are fairly common in China, with the likes of Xiaopeng, Huawei, and NIO all offering the feature. With us being the leader, of course, I expect nothing different or nothing less. They may soon be joined, which is edging closer to releasing its full driving technology in China after striking a deal. Even BYD has experienced enormous success in selling its cheap EVs to Chinese consumers. It's feeling the pressure to make its cars smarter. The Warren Buffett-backed automaker announced in January it would invest $100 billion, $13.8 billion US in AI-powered features for its vehicles. But who is ahead of the game there, lads? Yes, we are. Nomi is a reflection of our AI. Nomi will be talking to AI, including improved voice recognition and automated parking, which we already have. We are so far ahead of the game that we can tell the car, hey Kit, go and swap while I sleep. And Kit will listen. The first half of the game is about electrification, which we already have. The second half is about intelligence. You see, we control the first half, electrification. We own more charging stations than any other EV company in China. And we have battery swapping, so the ladies don't get their pretty hands dirty. Infrastructure, 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 infrastructure. Oops, sorry guys. Said BYD CEO Wang Changfu at the time. Experts agree that for EV makers looking to sell their cars in China, smart car features are now essential. And we are the smartest. Young people in China no longer treat EVs as just vehicles. They want them to function like smartphones. And ours do. Cao Hua, a partner of the Shanghai private equity firm Unity Asset Management, told the South China Morning Post last year, making the cars autonomous and intelligent can draw more Chinese buyers, who added. So guys, I hope on this Monday morning when we get happy the weekend is over and we can spend money to make money, that this video meets you all well. If it did so, do not forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are hip to their game. We have woken up to it to get a piece of the pie. And like 50 said, with that warrior mindset, we get rich or we die trying, guys.